This is the URT. We are the URT. Welcome to the URT. Big up the people as we fix the cam. Big up people. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the daily therapy, people. This is the URT, man. We are the URT. You are the URT. The United Real Therapy people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Big up to everybody. I forgot I didn't drop a video yesterday because I was at a festival, wedding festival, man. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. High as a kite. High as a kite, just of the love of the people, of the music. So, but we're here, people. We're here. You know what? Families are difficult, man. I can't blame him on family. Family are difficult. Families are difficult. You show me a perfect family. There ain't no such a thing as perfect human beings, so there can never be perfect family. So I don't know about Beckham and his family, but what I know is that if you're gonna comment on Manchester United, David, don't be a shitbag. Do not be a shitbag. Comment properly. Do it properly. Do it properly. Talk about what's going on at the football club. Talk about the people that have taken Manchester United to 15. Talk about that. This Bruno saga, I'm sick of it, man. Honestly, DLM, I'm sick of this Bruno saga, man. Honestly, I'm just sick of it. But yeah, we've got that Cunha signs. And yeah, so what? So what, Cunha signs? Do you think one person is going to fix this? Guinea FC. Guinea FC, one person is going to fix this. So, yeah. So then he gets scapegoated. Nah, mate. Nah, we're not having it. We're not having it. But big up to everybody. Is the sound all right? Can you hear me all right, people? Can you hear me all right? Can you hear me all right, people? Can you hear me? Big up to everybody, though. Smash a like, please, on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. So we got a lively. Hopefully, I've invited the boys. So let's see who turns up. If not, it's just me and you, baby. It's just me and you. Just me and you and me and you, people. Just me and you. Me and the rest of you in here. But yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. Cunha, that Cunha sign ain't gassed up. We already knew that would happen. Exactly. Yo, he's calling them mutants, but I call the sheep, innit? The sheep lover savior. The sheep lover savior, man. Big up to Adewale, though. The mutants love Bruno more than they love United. Can't wait until here we go. Listen, let's start with that Saga, actually. Let's start with that Saga. Yeah, big up. I'll send you the link. Big up Peter. Yeah. It's crazy, people. It's absolutely crazy. This Saga, I'm just getting sick of it. Honestly, I'm really sick of it. Pete, what I like, Pete. No, not that Pete. I've got too many Pete's, man. What do I have you as? Pete, send me a message on I can't find you, so send me a message and I'll send you the link. Send me a message on WhatsApp. Yeah, got you. Yeah. I got you. I sent you the link. Big up to you. Big up to you. Big up to you. But yeah, honestly, Adewale, this is just a saga, man, and I'm just sick of sagas. Like, he ain't Cantona retired. Cantona left United. Like, you know what I mean? Ronaldo left United. Giggs retired. Scholesy retired. Like, on what? On what? Like, what are we on here? What are we on here? Like, this is just crazy. Yeah, Carla. Best in class. Best in the bin. More like best in the bin. How you doing, Pete?
Hey, good, Dino. Chat, how you doing?
How are we? Talk to me about this Bruno Fernandez saga. Talk to me. To me, I'm just like, it's laughable, man. It's absolutely laughable.
You know what? If you're going to sell it, you know what, Dino, right? Listen, yeah. I personally think he's going to go. Well, every man and his dog knows he's going to go. Just get the deal done. Yeah. Meanwhile, our competitors are buying top-class players left, right, and centre, and we're umming and ahhing. You know, this is the game plan now. We signed Cunha, yeah. We're going to let it stretch out till virtually the end of the transfer window, buy another player, and then go panic buy a load of crap because we haven't got the brains to profile players we need now and go and get them. You know what? Meanwhile, Tottenham Hotspur, yeah, although it's not officially said, but they've sacked Ange. Yeah, he's just won him a trophy, first trophy in what, nearly 20 years, and they capped him in the back of the head. Meanwhile, we're stuck with this fucking Portuguese dickhead. Yeah, and I'm telling you now, clip me, he will epically fail because he won't get backed. We're going to have less players than what he had last season. And you think Matheus Cunha and maybe some other Joe Soap is going to solve his problems? The geezer's a dead man walking already.
Yo,
Dead
Peter,
man
talk to them.
walking.
I'm just going to put my kettle on for a cup of talk to them. Talk to
No
them.
problem.
Tell them.
Sorry, guys. Big up chat. Yep. Bam, Shake, Suze, Soul, Mace, Maximum Potential, Shake, Cameron, Cadine, you know, Skander, all them. Yeah, you know, this Bruno Fernandez guys. Yeah. You know what I mean? The Saga guy. You know he's going to go. Why are you arguing? Big up, Mo. Why are you messing around with his deal? He wants to go. He wants the money. You're trying to make it out Bruno's going to be, oh, I'm the hero that never wanted to leave. Get gone, mate, and give us the cash. We need to buy players. Our competitors are buying top-class players before us. We'll end up with £100 million in cash. Well, whether we end up with £100 million in cash, it remains to be seen because the Glazers will want their cut out of that money, Dino. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
That won't be 100 straight million for us, like, will it?
Of course.
Rip.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing for me is this saga. It's just taking long, and I think you've summed it up. The best in fucking class, they said, Pete. More like the best in the fucking bin. The best in the fucking bin. It's absolutely laughable, Pete. Where exactly, like, Bruno is dictating what happens. His agents there doing it apparently right in front of everybody's eyes. And like Manchester United needs to just negotiate, get the money and do that. But they're not. That's what I'm saying to you. So we don't know where the money's going to go. But the idea, Pete, that we can't let him go because he's world class. Cantona retired. Can I just remind people what the influence? Pete, can you just tell them what Cantona was and comparing to Bruno?
Put it this way: if Sir Alex Ferguson hadn't got Cantona away from Leeds United, everything Fergie had done would never have happened. When you talk about a missing piece to complete a jigsaw, Eric Cantona was that missing piece that sparked everything in motion from that day onwards. That was what that guy done. Seriously. If you didn't live it, you know, you can say, oh, you're talking rubbish and that, but you had to be there. We had a great team before Cantona came there, but we just couldn't quite make that next step. Yeah. Cantona came in, that touch of brilliance, that touch of class, boom. That's it. You're cooking. The next, and it's like PSG now, what they've just done. PSG were the nearly team. Now they've crossed that threshold. They've won it. They've won. They'll go on now and win more. They will. And that's the difference. You can't buy these players. They just kind of happen at that certain moment in time when a team is developing, and it's like I say, it's the missing piece of the jigsaw. You factor them into that jigsaw, and all of a sudden the dynamics change beyond belief. They do. Like I was just saying, Dino, about
You have to use it. Listen,
yeah.
This shouldn't be way to keep a player.
Look at PSG, Dino, last night. If that had been Man United last night playing PSG, they'd have put double figures against us, Dino. Make no mistake about it.
Are you kidding me? It would have been 10-0, mate.
It would have. Seriously. And for me, my man of the match, I'm not too sure who got man of the match. He didn't hang around for it. I just,
It should be Vitinha, really.
Vitinha. For me, it was Dembele. That guy
Dembele,
was
Dembele.
Dembele was world class, Dino. His touches, his movements. You know what I mean? You know, when you look at PSG, just wanted it, didn't they? They just wanted it. They did. I text one of my mates who we used to go to United with, and he was adamant that the experience of Inter Milan would see him over the line. I said, no.
Everybody thought that, but they just lost the league. For me, I think they lost the league on the last day, didn't they? So I think that disappointment, I think that energy, that disappointment, most people don't, or they underestimate that. But big up, Pete. Thank you for holding the fort.
No problem.
At the end of the day, Pete broke it down to you about Cantona. So this idea that Manchester United, I've never been about one player. We're not that type. So, and the fact that most of you guys wanted Bruno to stay, I'm like, we're 15th with fucking Bruno.
Yeah.
We were 8th with Bruno. Like, we could have got relegated with Bruno. So what? Man United get relegated not because of one player. We don't get, it's a team, so we can rebuild. But big up Luani. Big up to our brother Luani all the way in there, New York State. Talk to me, brother. How are you?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Happy Sunday to all my Christians, man. Happy Sunday to all my Christians, man.
Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you guys as well. I hope
everybody's
good there.
This is the therapy Sunday night congregation. You've all been called. Come in front of the congregation, people. You know what I mean?
Can I just say on Big Ange and Coglu's stacking? G'day, mate.
G'day, mate. It's not a good day, is it? Go ahead, Luani. Talk to me. How are you, bro? How's the family? How are you?
Well, I'm good. How are you guys doing? Everything's good here.
Yeah. Talk to us. Let me show you what the debate is tonight. So we're on to the Bruno because they're saying Bruno's made his mind, and I'm just like, this Saga, man. Like, just give it a rest, man. Give it a fucking rest. This Saga, like this is.
Yeah, but Nuruddin, there's a portion of the there's a large portion of the fan base that want him to stay. That portion that is addicted to hero syndrome, savior syndrome. You know, if anything, the game yesterday, the final yesterday between PSG and Inter should serve us to know that football is a game that is not played with one man. It's a team game. At the end of the day, if you're looking for a hero with one guy, I don't know how that's going to advance the cause of your team. Yesterday was not not just a tactical masterclass from Enrique. It was also a masterclass in vision, in how football is supposed to be played. Football is a dynamic game. Football is a game that is played in space, with space and movement. And he proved yesterday, even though he have the biggest star on the pitch yesterday, some of the biggest star on the pitch yesterday, didn't have to do anything extraordinary for them to push five goals past Inter. You know, you can come out with names like Dembele. Dembele didn't have a goal yesterday, but he was man of the match. Why? Because he bought into that vision of Enrique's, something that Mbappe didn't want to buy into. He bought into it. He was doing the dog work. Every time Inter has the ball and they try to build up, Dembele is there, set up. He was the first man on the press. He was the first man to press. And he's always dropping into those pockets, looking for space. You will see him at right back. You see him in the midfield. He was playing everywhere except for striker. I hope that also dispelled the notion of needing specialized players at specialized position. You hear everybody saying sometimes, oh, we need an out-and-out striker. We don't have an out-and-out striker. Excuse me, Dembele is not an out-and-out striker. Sometimes people will be like, oh, yeah, we need a midfielder that can break up the play. Okay, the one that can break, the specialized that can break out the play, they give him to us, Ugarte. And then they went on to win the Champions League. Sometimes you hear people talking about, oh, we need wingers that can isolate their fullback and take them on one-on-one. Tell me, Kvaratskhelia and Desiree Edoué, how many people did they have to beat yesterday to create goals?
You know what sums it up?
It's a simple game. It's a simple game.
Yeah, PSG's second goal summed the teamwork up for me. The Inter Milan player was, I think it was Martinez. Loato Martinez was trying to let it go out for it. Got Cuhna, wasn't he? And the PSG player got his foot round the ball, kept it in, bop up the field, bop, get in. don't they?
Yeah.
That summed it up for me. Yeah,
you're talking about that goal. Let's break down that goal a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I hate structural defending. The reason I'm saying this is a vision, this is a masterclass in vision also, is the vision of both coach. You have one coach that is pragmatic, that believe that you can structural defend, leave the ball to the opposition, and just defend in a structural manner. I don't believe in that. Okay, it might work sometimes, but I don't personally believe in that. On the other hand, you have one coach that believe in dynamic play. Yeah, I can move. Players are like pieces of chess that I can move everywhere on the pitch to create that dynamism. And when you look on it on that first goal, Vitinha was at the edge of the box. The Inter players are doing the structural defending. Nobody pick up Vitinha at the end of the box.
No.
The ball get passed to him. With one pass, he took out 4 defenders. There were 4 Inter defenders that were right there in their own box. They were not doing anything. They were not marking anybody. That one pass took 4 defenders off. The ball go to Desiree Edoué, who, of course, is unselfish. That's also a vision that Enriquez is able to sell to his players. Play in a very unselfish way. It doesn't matter where you are on the pitch. It doesn't matter if you're in the final third. It doesn't matter if you're on in the first phase of build-up. We always go on about, oh yeah, people, if you're on the final third, you have the right to be selfish. Bullshit. Pick the right pass. Desiree Edoué could have shot. If you look at the angle, he could have shot straight on goal. He said, nah, I'm going to pass it to somebody who's in a better position, Achraf Hakimi. And what is Achraf Hakimi doing in that position in the first place? Hakimi is supposed to be a right back. What is he doing in a striker position? And if you look at that angle, Edoué have option between Hakimi, Ruiz, and Dembele at the far post. The pass was there. He picked up the right pass, 3 passes, 1 goal. Game set and match. There is no way.
Listen, that was the masterclass performance last night.
You know what, though? You know what? That second goal, Dino Luani, quick. That was what Man United used to be back in the day. Rapier attacking football. Just boom, boom, boom. Every play was, like Luani said there, a well-oiled, thinking footballing machine.
Yeah.
Hit the space, hit the players, whoever's there, give it to him, put it in the back of the net, we go home and eat cake. That's it.
Yeah. And it shows that it was the midfield that won the football. It's the midfield.
It was the midfield. No,
it was the midfield that won the game. It was the midfield that won the game.
I have a problem with the 3-4-3 system. The main issue I have with the 3-4-3 system.
It's not a 3-4 system. I'm sorry, Luani. It's 5-2-3. That's what it is. It's fucking 5. Let's be real, bro. It's 5. What are we doing? Play 5 on the fucking back.
That's the main issue I have with it. Is that in the build-up, there is not enough people in the midfield for you to build through the midfield. And they couldn't play out the back yesterday because PSG were pressing them really, really high. Sometimes PSG will press them with 5 men. Sometimes they will press them with 6 men and just leave 3 defenders at the back. Right? They will leave 3 defenders at the back and tell their defenders to defend 1v1. That's the issue I have with Amorim. When you have 3 defenders, when you're playing with 3 defenders, let your defenders be defenders. Let them defend 1v1. Let them do what they are trained for.
Let them use the brain on the field.
He doesn't do that. He dropped more people back, and you want 2v1 for what reason? Let your defenders defend. And that's what PSG did yesterday. Pacho, we don't know Pacho. The only defender we can recognize by name there is Nuno Mendes and the captain. The captain who is old, the Brazilian guy. He's the journeyman. He's old.
Yeah, Marquinhos.
Yeah, Marquinhos. But you have those 3 defenders on physical players like Lautaro and Marcus Thuram. But the coach still trust their players, his players, and say, you know what, I trust you guys. I put you guys 1v1 and I'll flood the midfield. And you'll notice also when PSG have the ball, they didn't even bother themselves for some fancy build-up. They know they have the numbers in the midfield. So they just tell Donnarumma to kick it long. Just kick it long into the midfield. And if there is a knockoff, we'll win the second ball because we have the numbers in the midfield. Sometimes it's not complicated. Just keep it simple.
Listen, it's all love to talk about Paris Saint-Germain, but we don't support Paris Saint-Germain. But big up to their fans with the 3 Palestine flags. Big up to their fans for the tifo that they did for Luis Enrique, obviously, who lost his daughter to cancer years back. That was a beautiful touch. Big up to them, and big up to his reaction as well, saying, my daughter's with me when I lose or when I win, regardless. So big up to him as well. Big up to Ben. Big up to everybody. That was the intro, but let's get into it. Let's get into the main thing story. Obviously, David Beckham opened his mouth, and actually, we were talking about what Luane said about a team, and then Peter then butted in and said, oh, yeah, that's what Manchester United used to be. Beckham used to play in a very oiled machine team, yeah, very much oiled machine, right? Team. Beckham, other than that, Beckham, those of you who don't know, David Beckham, when we played against Milan, he picked up the shirt. Was it Real Madrid or was it Milan when the first time come back to Old Trafford? I think it might have been with Milan. He picked up the scarf, that anti-glazer scarf, and put it around his neck.
He did, yeah.
Right?
Again, it was AC Milan, yeah.
Yeah. And then I find out now that he's quite pally with Jim fucking the Rat Glazer. And so, of all the horrific, United have finished the worst position in the history, in our history, since 1973-74. When Peter was a wee lad, right? That was a long time ago, people. I'm just letting you know. Sorry, mate.
Yeah,
It's the 18th century. No, I'm only joking. But,
I remember reading Charles Dickens novels very well, like back in the day.
People, please smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. We're shadow banned because of that. We're shadow banned because of this. That's why we double down, triple fucking down, because it's about the humanity. Free the people, stop the fucking genocide that's going on in Palestine. End the occupation, decolonize. Free all the people who are oppressed everywhere in this world. Love, light, always to you people. But yes, the least you can do for this video is smash a like. On this channel, we don't fucking we're shadow banned, but we don't clickbait you. Even though the way to get out of shadow banning is to clickbait the fuck out of people. But we don't do that. We stick to principles and we have real discussions. We look closely behind the headlines, and this was the headline. And David Beckham making it out, this football club is like the football club he played for. All because he's too much of a coward to come out and call out the real people who are responsible what this club has taken to. Why do you think players are taking the piss or disrespecting? Because they own it, disrespect and take the piss every fucking day. So Beckham says it's the behavior. What behavior? What are you waffling about? Who? The biggest behavior is the Glazers. The biggest Glazer is your friend fucking Jim the fucking Ratcliffe Glazer.
Yeah.
That's who the fucking problem is. They take the piss, mate. Where's your backbone? You never used to be a coward. You picked up the anti-Glazer staff to an absolutely, the whole stadium went crazy. I was there that night.
Yeah.
I was there when you picked that up. And the love that you get from United fans. And we finished in 50 years, our worst finish. And you know what? You've got nothing to say about the owners. Oh, is that why you become a president of a football club? You're a football owner now. And you're going in these rooms with them. Is that what you've become now? Is this what you are now? You're part of the, brand, building a brand. Like, you and your whole crew building a brand. So you can't come out against the other people, the other millionaires, because you want to be a billionaire too, don't you, David?
He wants a piece of the action, Dino, doesn't he?
Exactly.
The new development. That's what he wants.
Cowardly. And the only person who come out and says it as it is fucking Eric Cantona, publicly. He says it every time and every day. So shame on you. We'll go to this topic. Go ahead, Ben. Talk to me. How are you?
Big up, Ben.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Luana.
And remind me, what side are you on? Are you on East or North Belfast? Where are you?
I'm West, bro. West Belfast.
West.
The best part, bro. Where all them flags behind you, they're nerding outside my street, bro. Outside my always, bro.
Yeah, all the murals. I've seen it actually. I was there. I saw the murals. Amazing murals.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ben. Talk to us.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to the chat. Hope everyone's having a lovely weekend. Man. first things first, big congratulations to PSG. I thought they were absolutely outstanding, especially Vitinha. I thought he controlled that midfield like so well, and that's how they won the game. And like I said, man, is that the how football is won is through the midfield, and I haven't seen us have a good midfield since Fergie, or probably since Van Gaal. But this is it. And with David Beckham, like, it just doesn't surprise me. Eric Cantona is the only legend I look up to, and who has really criticised the real issues of this football club. Now, I'm not saying David Beckham is wrong in terms of him saying the behaviour in terms of the players, but yeah, you're 100% right, Nerd, and like he's not seeing the bigger issue. The bigger issue is obviously the Glazers and Neros, but their behaviour on the pitch is a fucking disgrace, regardless. Like, but I'm not like putting it all on the players. I'm not, but it's still a disgrace. Like, you're playing the biggest and best football club in the world, and you're doing that on the pitch. Like, I'm seeing Garnacho put fingers up to people in fucking Malaysia. I'm seeing, all these players give, like, their moods just like there was a report there Garnacho was meant to give someone called Aguero his Man United top, and he didn't. Shame on you, bro. Like, this is what I'm saying, man. Like, I just can't wait for this. Like, I just do hope, man. And I've seen Bruno's. I don't believe in the whole Bruno rumors, bro. But if I do see a here we go, I'll be like, honestly, I'll never be so happy. Probably since I don't know, man. It's I just hate the guy so much, man. I just want him gone. And 85 million, I'd happily accept that. But it's just PR shit, bro. Like, Ineos just trying to do their stupid PR again. And I don't know whether you've seen it, guys, on the United YouTube channel. They've actually posted and pinned it on their channel saying, "We think Bruno should stay." They actually posted that on their YouTube channel. When the fuck have we ever seen that, man? When the fuck have we ever seen that, man? They never do this. They didn't do this at Ronaldo. They didn't do this with,
Ben,
Roy
do me a
Keane.
favor. 1 second. 1 second, man. Do me a favor. Put your camera down a bit.
Oh.
A bit more, just a little bit. There you go. Perfect.
That better? Yeah. Yes. Perfect. Yeah. Yes. But no, like I said, man. I don't listen to any what ex-players say apart from Eric Cantona. What I've just seen from David Beckham is just shameless. Like, he's just trying to. It's Sir Jim. It's not. I think Beckham knows, like, the issues with the Glazers. Like, obviously, as you said, with the yellow and green scarf. But it's just Sir Jim. It's him. He just wants to get into Sir Jim, and like, it's just the issue, man, we have. And
you know what, guys? So you know what? Like, just before Sir Jim, Ineos got King, that little shadow of the club, yeah. And you look at the state of Man United was in, yeah. I think we can universally agree he's taking Man United further backwards. Sir Jim Ratcliffe has, and Ineos. I didn't think that would be possible, but he has actually took us further backwards. We're now getting into the realms. He'd sacked that much staff from Man United. The FA are looking into it and saying, can you safely put an event on at Old Trafford? Because you don't have enough staff to man an event.
Well, there you go.
I'm being serious. No one's picking up on this.
Let me get your thing on Beckham. Isn't it cowardly to have a go at the players when we know it's the people who are in charge of the football club that set the tone for the behavior of the football club? So if Ineos don't care, if the Glazers don't care, players are going to take the piss. Of course they are. Like, what is he on about? Why do you not think, Pete, that it's not talking about Jim, or he's not talking about the Glazers?
I think what it is, Dino. I think what it is, right? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there could be an underlying current here. Maybe Sir Jim is trying to garner people with money and influence, i.e. David Beckham, is quite a wealthy man within his own rights. He's got a lot of credence within Manchester United and the fans. Maybe Sir Jim is trying to, I don't know, I'll be a bit wild here. Maybe he's trying to put a package together of ex-employees and players to get the Glazers out. Maybe that's what it could be. Now, if David Beckham really wanted to criticise players, he could have said this before Christmas last year. He could have said, look, come on, lads. You're playing for Man United. This is not good enough. For him to come out now at the end of the season, when we're especially looking to sell players and recruit new players, kind of stinks the timing, doesn't it? If you think about it, it doesn't seem to make any sense. And, you know, we've got to get rid of Marcus Rashford, Anthony, Sancho, maybe Bruno's going to go, Garnacho's going to go. And his comments doesn't help that cause, does it, at all?
No.
Because if he's saying, a United legend, and he is Beckham, saying these players need to look at themselves, well, potential buyers of these players are going to go, well, do we want to buy them players?
Well, who bought the players here? That's what I'm saying to you. Why haven't... It's like, you know what? It's like you go to a restaurant having a go at a waiter when the owner sits there.
Yeah,
it's like,
that's it. That's not the waiter's fault.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. That's a good point.
That's how it is. Honestly, that's what it is. That's why it's cowardly. That's why it's cowardly. You see, no other channel on fucking YouTube, no other United channel on YouTube, well, it will break this down for you and tell you what that is. But they just go along with the bullshit. Oh, Beckham talked about the player. Fuck that shit, man. We talk about the real. Luani, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? It's just like you, if you drive for a company, people having a go at you, well, they should have had the company gave you the route. They gave you the route to go to.
When it comes to this particular issue, I think it's just the right message, but the wrong messenger. My wrong messenger, David Beckham, because of the status that he have right now. He's an owner of a club, and I don't know how much of a relationship we have with the Glazer on that part of thing. It look a little bad that it's him that's coming up, and he cannot denounce their own people who are above the players in these circumstances. But at the same time, the message is true. You know, the players shouldn't be engaged in that kind of behavior. What that tells me is a lack of leadership in the team to start with. There's always a group of senior players in the team that set the tone for how everybody will be behaving. And if there's a lack of leadership when it comes to the group of players, that the senior players, and that's the kind of thing you're going to see from the younger players. But in that case, there's always a fail-safe measure. Even if there is not a senior group of players, the manager is the next on the leadership totem. He can call them and rein them in when it comes to this issue. And this also demonstrates that Amorim does not have the control of these young guys. And then we can go one level up. In that case, what's going on with Omar Barada? He's the next on the totem list. Why didn't he call Amorim and tell him, listen, why didn't you control these young players? What's going on here? So Omar Barada, by extension, Omar Barada is directly responsible. Omar Barada and Jim Radcliffe, Nuruddin is right, are directly responsible for setting the tone when it comes to the behavior of these players, just because of the way he reflects on the image of the club. Are you guys sure that if Omar Barada pick up the phone, or if Omar Barada have a convocation of Garnacho, Ahmad, and all those young into his office, he signed their checks, he determined their future, he's in charge of their destiny. If he tells them now, those kind of behavior will not be tolerated here. Not now that it happened, but before, when they got transferred to the club, all right? Even if he was not there, but maybe whoever was above was in the club, when those young people came in and say, hey, this will not be tolerated. Or when Omar Barada got appointed, his first meeting is with the players, and he explained to them, this is the way we're going to be running things. This kind of behavior will not be tolerated, and it will come with repercussion. We won't be having this situation now. So I agree with Nuruddin. The higher hierarchy have to be held responsible for the overall behavior of these young players.
At the end of the day, it's simple, people. If you're going to come out and you say, David, that you love Manchester United, I don't doubt that. If you're going to speak about Manchester United, fucking tell the truth. Tell the truth, the people who destroyed the standards which you set on the football pitch, on which the club was able to hold the board and the owners to the standard when you were there. But you're not doing that. Instead, you come and blaming the fucking workers.
Well, you know what, Dino, I've paradox what Luani just said there. If you look at the PSG model now, It's only a few seasons ago they had their own version of the Galacticos. Messi, Neymar, Mbappe. Okay, they were winning the league, fair enough. They couldn't win the big one. They went, you know what, let's get rid of this. Get rid of the egos. Get rid of the £1 million so-called superstars. Get a manager in, get a system in, and get players who believe in the manager. Boom. Not rocket science, is it?
Yeah, build the midfield.
It's not rocket science, is
but it's
it?
not even that. The rocket science is that they went and got a brilliant sporting director called Campos.
Yeah.
And him and Enrique were close together.
Rodin, when it comes to where I disagree with you a little bit on this, is that these players, when they look at David Beckham, what do
By
they
the way,
see?
one
Consider, yeah.
One second. Big up to Shaqiri and Chief of the United Real Therapy with all the quotes. Big up to him. Go ahead.
So we consider David Beckham a legend. When these young players look at Beckham, like Garnacho and Amada, who do they see? They just, it's David Beckham. We don't know we don't care who you are. You don't sign our checks, number one. You don't determine if we play. That's Amorim. So you don't have a direct influence on our life or our football career. So why should we listen to you? So, but on the other hand, David Beckham, he's in the cycle. He's an owner now. He need relationship. He need connection. So he cannot come out and his self-preservation will not allow him to come out and criticize the owners of Manchester United. Otherwise, there are some doors that will automatically shut down for him where he is right now. So I can't blame him. You know, I'm not gonna risk my career as an owner to speak out against players when it's not my responsibility to watch over them and their behavior in the first place.
Yeah, and even still,
sorry, go on. Faster Raw TV's put Kobe Mainoo to the Chelsea deal is on there. Right, bringing Kobe Mainoo on in the Europa League final with minutes to go. That was when I seen that, right, in my mind, Amorim was like, go, leave, just leave, mate, just go. You inside here, mate. You might have been a king in Portugal, but in England, you're dog shit. Leave the building, mate. You are not Man United material.
What have I done? Oh my God, what have I done right now?
Dino's green sea screen, mate.
Oh my God. What have I done now?
But you know what I'm saying, guys? When Mainoo, it's like you're gonna get. You know,
oh, there we are.
Yeah, we're back. But you know what I'm saying, guys? When he done that, we gone again.
Today, Nuruddin is like the mad scientist.
I apologize.
Anyway,
I don't know
I'll just say this quick. When he done that to Kobe Mainoo was come on this season and scored important goals. Yeah, that actually got us to that final. Yeah, you don't even play him in the final. You go play Bruno instead.
Embarrassing.
But that be someone's. It was, I think it was Rance or someone else said it. Yeah, when they seen Man United's team sheet for that game, he knew we were dead in midfield, and Spurs will get a goal and just hold on for grim death because we had no dynamics in midfield, no speed or anything in midfield. Kobe Mainoo should have come on at halftime, at least. Come on, or even if not halftime, started the game. Yeah. But you know, it's gone. It's history. This is where you look at the manager. Forget the players. This is the manager making these decisions. Yeah. Now that was his one shot at glory right there after the shitty season where he's epically failed. Yeah, that was his one shot at glory, and guess what? He epically failed again. To me, that means this manager is not up to this job.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. I'd just like to come back on Omar Barada. See this fraud, man. Like I said, I watched his interview there. I watched his interview over in Malaysia, and his words. Honestly, I actually laughed so hard, man. I actually thought my friend said, "Yo, Ben, did you hear what Omar Barada said?" And I said, "What? What did he say?" So I seen the interview, and he said, we had to take the tough decisions behind the scenes, and we've seen the crowds like thank us for like all the hard decisions we've made. And he says the message I have to the fans is thank you for your patience, like for sacking fucking 500 staff employees. I'm just like, what the fuck? Who do you think you are? Saying, "Oh, we thank you for the fans." Like, what are we talking about? He's out of his fucking depth, man. This guy, and everyone's like, saying, "Oh, he came from City. He was a CEO. All this, bro. Fuck off, man. We are screwed. This man, he's embarrassing. He can't even speak well, bro. He's just Mr. Nice Man. Like, honestly, he's a disgrace. He's absolute disgrace. But nah, on to Amber and Pete, you're spot on, man. Not playing Kobe Manu was embarrassing, bro. Embarrassing.
Yeah.
Embarrassing. Even
of course it is embarrassing. This is what this football club has become. This is what this football club has become. And yeah, I'm sacking the Bruno saga. I think it's laughable. It's so laughable. It's embarrassing. Like I said, Beckham is a coward. But Cunha, we've got our first signing, guys. Cunha, woohoo! And let me just get the quotes. What his ex-coach have said about him. Big up to Khalees Romani Lassie. He provided a lot, some context to this. This is what his coach said about him. So let's go into it. Where is it? There we go. This is what the coach said. He goes, Matheus Cunha, he makes magic happen every day. He's a player that plays on instinct. He doesn't like to spend hours. Yeah, listen, he likes to spend hours looking through opposition tactical bits. He likes to feel the game, more play on instinct than anything, which is obviously when a lot of coaches are working on deep tactical work, he doesn't always slot into it. That is because those sorts of free spirits are not seen as much. But you can get him into your positions where he likes to be and then allow him that freedom. I think you get a lot out of Matheus. All right. Well, that's all good. That is all good. So, people, come on, people. I'll start with you, Luani. Come on, you must be ecstatic. We've signed the greatest player in the world. He's going to be our savior. He's going to take us to the league title. Come on, Luani. Be positive for once. He's taking us to the league title. Champions League, here we come.
No, then do I look excited for you? Like, really? Look, I'm tired of this nonsense, okay? Fuck this whole signing, Cunha here, whatever. What's next? Let's go get Mateta. What's wrong with us as a team? Why are we keep chasing this hero signing? Now we're talking about, let's go get Vitinha and this and that. Look, Cunha, the Wolf won in a 6-game winning streak without him being on the pitch. A game of football is not won by one player. Yes, Is he going to improve the position that we have? Garnacho out, Cunha in, that left end? Yes, of course. But so can Kobe Mino. But have Kobe Mino ever been played in that position? Nope. Why? Because we have a coach that does not believe Kobe Mino can play in that position. He believes in a checkbook, being a checkbook manager. Buy me the player that I want for that position before my system can work. That is utter bullshit. At the end of the day, Cunha is going to come. We're going to put the burden of creativity on him. The other team are watching this too. They're just going to watch their video 1 or 2 games. He's going to do well, and then they're going to lock him up. They're going to lock him down, just like they locking down Ahmad. It's just the way it is. That's just football. Yeah. People adapt. Teams adapt. One player will never make
Luani. That's the key word. Adapt, which Amarin does not do. Adapt.
Instead of looking for the next Cunha, by signing the next Cunha, signing what's his name, Mateta, or going from Watson or this, why don't we build our own Cunha? Why don't we build our own Mateta? We have Kobe over there. Give Kobe game time. I think he has proven more than once that he can rise to the occasion. What happened to Toby Collier? Toby Collier can play in that midfield. Why did we want to get Ugarte? What happened to the young players that we have? We need to develop them. Trust these youngins. Okay, if you say that we're going to challenge for the Premier League in 2028. That's ample enough time. That's 3 years. How about you let these young players, give them good time and give them time to gel, time to know each other, time to grow into the league and be consistent performers? Why bring mercenaries from left and right? And then this coach is not going to achieve the goals, the objectives that was given to him next year. We're going to fire him. We will bring in another coach, and Cunha will probably fall out of favor with the new coach. And guess what? 40 million down the drain. This is what we do.
Yeah. Why sell Willie Camwalla when you know Lindelof?
40 million is 60 million down there.
Why sell Willie Camwalla when you know Lindelof and Johnny Evans were going to go? Now you need to buy another central defender because Martinez is banged up. Yeah.
No, imagine. Look
at
Aaron
Maguire.
Imagine spending
Lenny Yoram, Jeremy Young, and De Ligt isn't constitutionally fit all the time as well. But we're going to sell a decent young centre back, Willie Camwalla, for peanuts. Yeah, okay, why not? Why not?
I want everybody to think about this from a human perspective. Imagine dumping 60 million on a player without any guarantee of what he can turn out to be in our team, and then turning around and firing 450 people that have a regular job.
Yeah.
Arson.
Doesn't make any sense.
This is who we are and who we're run by. And although a lot of people are gonna say it's 60 minutes mad, but at least we're like one positive I could probably say at least it's installments, not like outright. But even still, man, like look with Cunha, obviously I've been a big fan of his at Wolves. But at the end of the day, man, why should I get so giddy and so gassed when in football, the keeper, it always starts from the keeper, and I can't get gassed unless I see the keeper fucking changing, man. Like it all starts from the keeper, man. Like how can I get gassed if we get Mbeumo, Cunha, say Mateta comes and Onana's still our keeper? Like I don't understand, man. I really don't understand. It starts from the keeper, man. Like honestly, start from the keeper, and then we'll talk down the line, bro. But I can't get gas. Like he's a good. I love Cunha, but I can't get gas. Like man, if Onana's still here, bro, I just can't. And Rasmus Højlund, bro, I just can't. I can't.
You know what, Ben? Right, Luani. I was looking at a few videos the other day of Onana in his last few games. And I can put this the best way I can put it. When you've had a few splits and you're like a rabbit in headlights and someone's just like, put this jersey on and stand there and you're like, fucking hell, there's 60,000 people here. What am I doing? It's like, okay.
And here as well, the keeper I wanted for 20 million release clause is going to Barcelona, bro. So honestly, Barcelona, you have got an insane keeper on your lines right now. Coming in.
We already had a good keeper, Dean Henderson.
I know, man. It's embarrassing. But nah, honestly, like seeing Garcia go to Barcelona, it really did piss me off, bro. But it doesn't surprise me, man, because any of us are just fucking frauds. They're too slow.
The problem is, like, obviously, we know, guys, is the problem. We've gave these players, mediocre players, and it's not their fault. If someone wants to give you a stupid contract, you're going to sign on the dotted line. The shortfall of it is when these players epically fail, and they've epically failed, you can't shift them on, even if you want to give them away, because they're on a high contract and they're just going to sit back in the chair like Dino's doing now with his coffee and go, I'll just ride out my contract. You put me on.
See, I don't drink coffee. I get too hyped.
You know what I mean, though, Dino? They're just going to sit back and go, well, I'll just ride it out then.
Well, Peter,
so you have two options. Buy me out or you put me on the bench or whatever. Gardening leave.
Well, I'll stay with you, Peter. Cunha is going to save us. Cunha is the Cantona. He's going to take us to the league. Are you happy with that?
But it comes back to, you know what, Dino? Right, look, Cunha is a good player, he is. I think everyone would agree that. He's Premier proven. And, maybe for once we made the right signing because he's gone from one relegation battle to a potential other relegation battle, hasn't he?
He knows how
I
what
was,
to do.
I was about to say that. I was about to say that.
Even though, Pete and Mulwani and Ben, Matt, our resident Wolves fan, has come on here and said he got suspended for 6 games because he slapped somebody's glasses up, right, in one of the games. I think it might have been at Bournemouth or it was at Brentford. He got suspended, and those 6 games they won.
And you know what? It's true what he just said. He's going literally from one pragmatic manager that play with a back 3 or back 5 to another pragmatic manager that play with a back 5, and both team weirdly finish right next to each other in the league, in the table. So how is this supposed to change our fortunes?
The only difference is we paid 62 million for the honour of it.
Yeah.
Like Luwani said there, we've got Collier, Dan Gore, Kobe Mainu, Shay Lacey is coming through, and other players. And we're going to pay £62 million for a player who exactly fits the same profile as them. Make it make sense.
Well, there you go. Listen, people, shame on you. I don't know what's happening on Sunday night. I know you probably had a heavy weekend, but we've only got 60 likes, and we've been live for an hour. Our target is 150 likes for this. We're shadow banned. The least you can do on the video is get the likes up to 100. Let's go quickly. Let's do this quickly now. But I'll start with you, Ben. Big up Sola said here. Rashford, Sancho, Anthony, Bruno, Eriksen, Lindelof, Garnacho, Evans, 8 of them out. So how many players are we expected to buy?
Well, they haven't left.
Well, that's what I'm saying to you. But it's a hypothetical. It's a hypothetical, isn't it? You know, when we started the show, you two weren't here. Peter perfectly explained all the players will go, and then in the last few minutes of the transfer window, we'll be scrambling around like we used to do. But anyway, Ben, how many players do we need if those 8 players leave?
We need 10 or 11, bro. We need 10 or 11. If any of us are serious, bro, we need 10 or 11, man. But get a goalkeeper, get 2 strikers. I wasn't really too fussed about Delap going to Chelsea. I really wasn't. I would prefer Mateta. I think Mateta's quality, so he is. And Bruno for the 10. And then, it'd be difficult to get, but like I said, it all just comes from Ineos. If they were serious, I'll go and get Wharton and then Baleba. And then there was also a link with, I think he was a Bundesliga centre back. I can't remember his name. The chat can help me out. We've been linked to a centre back. He's
Tar.
Sorry?
Tar. T-A-X.
No, it wasn't him. No, he was a youngster. Oh, I forgot his name.
Oh.
I'll come back to me. Maybe check and maybe sort it out in the chat. But
in the chat, what's the player? What are you talking about?
He's a centre back. We've been linked to I think he's Bundesliga or Serie A. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, but we've been linked
to
him.
Listen, we're linked to 250 players every transfer window.
Final answer. Yeah. Final answer. We need a late, like people are. I'm seeing people online and on over the YouTube channels. We need 5-6 starters. No, forget about that. We need fucking 10. We need 10 people. We have to think about this. We got rid of. We have to replace Sancho, Anthony, Garnacho, hopefully Højlund, Onana, Bayindir, who else? Johnny Evans, Victor Lindelof, Christian Eriksen. We have so many to replace.
Oh, Ben, it was a centre back from Brighton. Jamie's not Balde, it's someone else from Brighton.
True. I can't even pronounce that second name. Bisek, that's him. That's the name. Bisek, Inter. It was or Inter Milan. Yeah, Inter Milan. Bisek. Yeah, that's him. He's centre back from Inter. He looks really, really promising at the moment.
Purvis Esputan, we was looking at as well from Brighton.
Right. Jan Bisek. That's it. Push it. Check. But
right,
he's quality.
We can go around this. Let me go to you think about 10, 11. Luani, how many players? Let me just get the question up. With all these players leaving, how many players do we need?
Zero. And I'm not even joking. We have everything, all the players we need on our books already. The one that are on loan, bring them back. The one that fell out of favor with the coach, sack the coach. Turn this system for, get rid of this goddamn 3-4-3 or 5-2 whatever. Turn it into a 4-3-2-1, 4-2-3-1, and you will see, you'll be amazed that we have 2 players for every single position. In other position, we have even 3 players. Save that goddamn money that you're going to spend. Go pay people to chase them. Go pay people, regular people that work maintenance at Old Trafford. Go pay regular people that work at the canteen. Give them their goddamn job back. Okay.
Yeah.
Have them chase all those rats off the field. Have them chase the rat off the field. Have them plug the leaky roof. You know, treat them like they're normal human beings. So in return, they can treat these players like their family. So this team can become what it used to be. Enough of the mercenaries that we bring in. We bring them in for a lot of money. We pay them a lot of money. It doesn't go well. They fair with the players, and then one day they will just decide they have enough. They're leaving. When are we going to stop doing those nonsense?
So would you keep Rashford, Sancho, Anthony, and Bruno, Luani, and Garnacho? Yeah.
I'll keep everybody. I'll keep everybody. Except.
Let me just say this. Let me just take it a bit further from what Luani said there.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So if we bring all them players back, Sancho, Rashford, and all that, yeah, I'll just throw this out there now. Yeah, I'm not saying it would happen, but I think it would work better if you put Gareth Southgate as manager. He will get more out of them players than Amarin. That's
probably
the fact.
We're going to disagree, but we cannot. But
it's a fact. Because Gareth Southgate knows the English game. Amarin doesn't know the English game.
I can't even disagree with you.
What people don't understand is Amarin is literally struggling to wrap his head around the Premiership.
Yeah,
This is why he's been kept on every game. Every game he's played, Amarin is on the back foot.
You know,
to me, that's a manager.
I can't disagree with you.
100%. Like, you know, like I don't believe in Ruben right now. Like that Spurs result was the final nail in the coffin. Craig Warby just summed it all up. You can't persist a system when you've got 2.
Exactly.
I've always loved a 3 in the midfield. We've never going back to 4-2-3-1. I don't want that, man. See, once Bruno Fernandez leaves, if he does leave, I hope and pray that is the last player we ever get as a number 10. I'm sick and tired of having 10s in my squad, man. Why can we not have players that can play the attacking role and the defensive role? Look at Newcastle, Liverpool, Arsenal, City. The list goes fucking on, man. 100% the system, you know, is completely shit. It's awful. But, you know, for me, and you're spot on, the one I appreciate a lot for that, what you said about the canteen staff, like all the staff members. Like, shame on fucking Ineos for doing that, man, 100%. But with the players, man, yes, I know, but with obviously in terms of Rashford and probably Rashford's the only person that I like out of those players that I would probably get rid of, but I'd probably have Jadon Sancho back just to see how he gets on. You know, with Garnacho, man, it's just his physicality I worry about at the moment, and he's wasteful on the ball too.
Yeah.
If he can fix that, but it's more his physicality, man. He's just getting run over by defenders too much. But now I agree, man. Like, you know, if it's the, you know, I think what you were spot on there, Luani, about the staff, man. Like, it's just a disgrace what's going on right now with this club, bro. And there's gonna go.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I genuinely disagree. I'll let Luani come back in because he wanted to say something more. But
yeah,
I'll just say this. So I think I made a video about Kobe Mainoo should be leaving. He should have left. I think Garnacho, once he leaves and goes to a stable football club and gets the proper coaching that he needs, he will get better. I think we've already seen that. Players are moving on from Manchester United, getting better. Back in the day, players used to leave Manchester United and it was only downhill. Now, players go away and go and improve. But Luani, I genuinely, I don't think it's the type of players that you want to keep at this football, because this football club's not stable. It's not stable, bro. We've got owners who are doing what they're doing, and players. Then when the shit hits the fan, and the shit is definitely hit the fan, players are not going to respond to a coach when the owners are doing what they're doing. Majority of the players were unhappy. They had to go fly to this. That's why they're all doing these cryptic messages. I mean, this is what I'm saying to you about this PR.
Yeah.
Bruno done some cryptic message. Garnacho's doing some cryptic message. I mean, what the fuck? Why are we cryptic FC? Are we Inspector? We have to hire Inspector Clouseau now. Colombo, where are you? We got Pia. Have you done a bit of detective work before?
You know what I do back in the day, like, you know what I mean? If I was on Garnacho's plane there and he's doing that emoji, you know what I mean? Pictures out the window, praying and going to sunshine. I'll boot the fucking door up and go, "Hope you got a parachute, mate, because it's a long way down." Boom, out you go. Goodbye, son. I called him back in the day and everyone laughed at me. I called him Alejandro Yanazai. Remember that? And I did. Jamie Wayne will back you up. I called him Alejandro Yanazai because he's exactly the same shitty, scummy, grabbing little profile player as him, who thinks he's the next Georgie Best, Ryan Giggs, and you're just not there, mate. You're just not that type of player. You know what I mean? He thinks he's made it. He won a youth cup, and he thought he made it. Like,
listen, people keep smashing the likes. Luani, go ahead, Luani. Go ahead. Let's see what Luani's got.
So what I wanted to say, Nuruddin, what you mentioned about the upper echelon, you spot on. Everything starts with Omar Berrada. You see, the thing with Omar Berrada is that I lost my train of thought a little bit. Well, I'll go back to what Ben came up with first. Ben said, give me the name of 3 players like Bruno, Rashford, and Garnacho. Those are 3 players we have issue with. But their problem can be separated. It's like different issue. Among those 3, I believe Rashford is the one that we can salvage, right? Of course, he's selfish, but he's not a character issue. It comes with the way he sees football. So that can be coached out of him. Garnacho, we cannot coach that out of him. No. He have a flaw of character. He's a very, very selfish individual. He thinks of himself first, and that cannot be coached out of him. I don't think he's salvageable. Bruno, the same thing. I don't think Bruno is salvageable, not from a character standpoint, but because of fundamentally the way he sees football. Okay, he is chaotic. For him, it's chance creation, selfish by pursuing stats. If Bruno was on that pitch for PSG yesterday, there is no way they get a foothold on that game. Okay, and we fans have to look at that and know exactly when we praise this guy, there are some things that we cannot have stat for, like the amount of possession he lost. Those are not going into the stat book, and how much it costs us. So we have to understand that if we want a stable midfield, if we ever want to control the game one day, going back to controlling game and dictating the outcome, Bruno needs to go.
Okay? Yeah, facts.
So now when it comes to the issue with the club in general, I'll let, because I lost my train of, I was going to say something important, but I lost my train of thought when it comes to Omar Berrada.
Omar Berrada is a potato head, mate. He's potato. Facts. He doesn't have a clue.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a flipping clue.
Waffles,
Omar
bro.
Berrada.
Waffler.
Omar Berrada does not have a clue. He does not have a clue, mate.
Yeah, but the thing, the young players that we have, the reason, look,
let me just
I
say
saw
this
somebody in the chat.
This. Listen, get your thoughts together. Let me just answer this.
Okay.
He's the coward because he doesn't call out the owners because he's friendly with, and again, of course, if Gary Neville is in there with Jim Grazer, of course Beckham's going to be in there. So he doesn't want to call out Ineos and Glazers who are responsible for Manchester United finish 15th. That's why he's a fucking coward. Instead, he wants to chat shit, talk about the club where he used to be at, where he played. Manchester United are not that club anymore, mate. We're not that fucking club anymore. Go ahead, Luani. Finish what you're saying.
Pick up Luani.
No, when it comes to the issue of signing new players, and the reason I say we need zero signing is you want me. We've been for 10 years, and every year when things go bad, they ask us to have hope. Okay,
Yeah.
for once,
Give
if
me
I want
hope,
to have hope, if you
Joanna.
want,
Give me hope, Joanna. Till the morning sun.
for once, for a change, I want to have hope, but I want to pin my hope on the youngsters. If you want me to have hope, don't ask me to put my hope on mercenaries. You bring them
It's
in,
right.
give them a lot
But
of money.
you know what, Luana, you're right. But
I'm not doing
I was
that
thinking
anymore.
this. Sorry, dude. I was thinking this the other day, and I was talking to one of my mates, Nathan, about this. And we were saying about Cuhna coming in. I said it'd be a good signing because if, like you're saying there, we're going to use a lot of the youngster players, you do to a certain degree need a little mini core of experienced players. You can't just use raw youth because they'll get run over. So if Barad is thinking he wants to win the league by 2028, then what you're saying is correct. You put the youth in now, you take the hits on the chin, you know they're not going to be the finished article, but you get these players working together, you get the understanding, and then the results will come. Maybe next season you add another little player to the mix. Season after that, one or two little players, but you're bringing them along. But what, like you're saying, Luani, what we're trying to do is it's like ripping a packet open and pouring hot water on, thinking you're going to get the instant results. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Yeah. Echoing back to what Ben said earlier, the confidence comes from a keeper. If you have a keeper who has got a backbone and has got a bit of brains about him, and like Peter Schmeichel used to do, constantly yaps to his defenders, because let's face it, every defender, every goalkeeper sees everything in front of him. If you've got a goalkeeper who keeps this shit, yeah, you might as well not have him in goal because he's just not helping the team. The goalkeeper helps the team.
Listen,
so you get it. For me, you know what? For me now, honest, I would be happy if we just signed the goalkeeper now with Cuhna. Honestly, and play the rest.
Is it now? You saw that from Jamie Wayne. Jamie Wayne said we have approached Donnarumma. Now we're going for Donnarumma. You see what?
No. I don't want Donnarumma. I don't want Donnarumma.
Every day.
I don't want Donnarumma. I don't want Donnarumma.
Every day.
Oh my
I don't want anybody who's played well in the Champions League. I'm not having that.
Donnarumma literally lost them a semi-final, I think 2 years or 3 years ago. He literally lost them a semi-final.
Facts. Yeah. And he's a wee mistake or two. He does make mistakes.
Yeah.
He did this with Onana last time, bro. He did this with Onana.
Yeah, people, listen, we're not even got 100 likes. We're 70 short of our target. I don't know what you guys are doing.
Let's go,
I genuinely don't know what you guys are doing. We're not even 100 likes. You're taking the piss.
Yeah.
I'm going to go now, honestly. I'm frustrated. I'm shadow banned.
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming.
No, it's not coming. It's not fucking coming. It's not fucking coming. And now people are talking to me about Donnarumma. Makes me want to shut the fucking.
If you don't like people, you're glazed. If you don't like people, you're glazers in an idiot, son.
That's what they are. That's what they are. That's what they are.
Like we say, guys, it's not going to change until the Glazers go, is it? You know, at the end of the day, we can marginally make it better. But it's not going to change.
Did any of you guys see this story as well?
What was it?
Exactly.
Withdrawing from the bidding process in 2003, they indicated Qatar. So this is where we go. Here we go. Let me get to the proper quote. United still believe one day that. So this is what basically, I forgot the third one, but on the Telegraph, Sam Wallace wrote this. He basically said Qatar, despite withdrawing from the bidding process, to have the indication for Qatar, Sheikh Jassim, those around him have not abandoned the hope of owning Manchester United.
I agree.
They believe that one day opportunity might present itself. Nothing has happened since the deal between Glazers and Chinchirakis has diminished.
Oh, that bide the time, Dino.
Like, once they build that new stadium, once they build that stadium, no chance. No chance.
But the thing is, Dino, right? Apparently, the Glazers had a go at Sir Jim for him releasing the plans of that new stadium.
Yo, people are upset that Bruno wants to leave. I have not made Bruno leave, so that's why you're not liking the video. Because you're all Bruno lovers. All bootlickers, Ineos bootlickers. Is that what we joined by tonight, by bootlickers? And sheep. Okay, I understand. Well, if you're not bootlicker, don't like the video then. No problem.
Guys, can I just say this quick? Bruno, was a Ole Gunnar Solskjaer signing. Yeah. So where does Amarin think he's a profile for his team? Because Bruno's not an Amarin player. If you go and look how Sporting played when he won the 3 leagues with Sporting, tell me where the Bruno Fernandez fits in that team. Because I don't see a place for him to fit in it.
You can't. Like I said, man. Like you can't. I just think we need to go away from this whole like number 10 shit. I think we just need to go back to 3 in the midfield, just how like Newcastle and all them ones play, you know. And listen here, I want to say anyways as well. I was my good friend. He was a coach there for Sunday League team, and sadly he had to get taken to hospital there today. And overnight there, he obviously told me that he needed someone to cover for. Now it was only a wee pre-season game, so it wasn't anything serious. So he asked me to come down and cover for him. And I've never coached or like any like teams at all, like or anything in football. I've always been a player, really.
No,
I know. I said I'll do it. I said I'll do it. They weren't really a great side, never were we, to be fair. Like it's a Sunday League team, like. So I came down. I didn't know what to expect. Obviously, I told them. They were like, so Ben, are we going to play how our coach always plays? I says, no, absolutely not. Says, are we going to play 5 at the back? And I said, no. I said we're going to play 4-3-3. And I said to them, we're not going to play. I'm not going to pick who's like always plays in the first team. I'm going to give the second team a chance, like any of the B team players. And I picked the most balanced midfield that I think it would suit it. Mobility, defenders, a decent keeper. Like, you know, I picked actually both sides. I think there was 5 of the first team players and 6 of the second team players. So it was literally divided. And I said, focus on the midfield, control the midfield, and that's how we win the game. Do not give the ball away. Keep things simple. And you know what, man? They were 2 divisions above us, and we lost 3-2. We lost 3-2. So do you know what?
Still like Ben, you know what? Get it? Ben,
go for the badges, Ben.
You know what it did?
You know
what it did? I just like to comment on this. I was a good mate of mine called Jake. He's a really, really good footballer. He plays in the midfield. He's an 8. He kept losing the ball so many times, and I actually instantly said, Jake, get the fuck off the pitch now. Get the fuck off the pitch, bro. No more. Says, you're losing the ball too much. We're losing so much to the ball. Get the fuck off the pitch. And he actually said this. Okay, since it's a pre-season game, I'll allow this. He says, no. He says, look, I know I'm only at like a 1-day job here, but no, get the fuck, bro, off the pitch. I want to win this game. And I brought someone else on, and he did a better job. So
nice.
That's what I'm saying, man. I actually really enjoyed it, man. Like being a coach, like for the first day ever. But that's for one thing I took credit for today was just
you know what, Dino Lawani Ben. Can I just share a quick story? In the 1980s, I played for the team again, a Sunday team, pub team, Midtown Athletic, and I was a midfielder. Yeah. Anyway, this was on their Chester Racecourse. Our pitch was in the middle of Chester Racecourse. And we'd been on the piss on the night before, you know, as you do when you're young. Anyway, game comes on Sunday. We're playing the game. We're losing 1-0. Game goes on. We, play a ball. I burst through into the middle. I find the keeper comes out for some reason, runs past me, misses the ball. Ball gets put over. I've got a bit of an hangover on the 4. Open goal, 6-yard box. Just closed my eyes and edit. I edited it. All he had was foot. Hit the crossbar and all he had like, you fucking dickhead.
Yep.
Off. Didn't play for 3 games. It took me off like 3-game banner.
And that's what I'm saying. I said to my mate, I said, look here, if the second team leads a coach, bro, I'll be happy enough. Like, and do you know what? The fellas, like, big up to all the guys today. Like, they really showed like a lot of respect for me. Like, they're like, you're just here for vibes and stuff. I said, yeah, I'm here for vibes, but I expect us to win, man. And I kept saying about midfield, And look, much love to everyone, man. Honestly, and I really did enjoy myself.
Congratulations. What's the team called? What's the team called, Ben?
It's, do you know? Well, do you know if you have no Belfast? Do you know Harlan and Wolf? The cranes, the big yellow cranes, and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Harlan and Wolf Football Club. So big up all to them
Big up
boys.
to all of them.
So your Instagram handle is now Ben Arim. Yeah.
No.
You should use that, Ben. You should use it.
No, you know what? You know what? His name is Van Bell. Van Bell, mate. Van Bell. Don't worry.
No. I lost the game. I still lost.
That's what I'm saying. You lost the game, Ben Arim.
There was 3 points I've just tried to make to just close up for me. The first point was about the quote that you just read about Czech Jassim not giving up on buying the club. I kind of second that, because Czech Jassim, those are people, they have some certain principle. They have the money to back those principles. They don't want to own the club because they want to make money off the club. They just want to own it because for them it's a source of pride. So eventually, when that game was getting played, and he knows that the Glazer were never going to sell the club, and they were just giving him the run around, he just decided to bow out. But that doesn't mean that he gave up. No. In his head, I'm thinking he think that, you know what, I have the money. I have all the cards. When it comes, I have the money. Eventually, this club will go down. You guys are in tons of debt. You guys have not proven over the years that you'll be repaying those debts. Okay, 28% to Sir Jim Ratcliffe for 1.2 million, 1.2 billion. That's nothing. Eventually, the whole system will crumble, and then I'll come back with the lower offer or an equal offer, and I'll buy it. So he's playing the long game. He's playing the patient game. Eventually, he will win. Now, my second point is about Sir Jim Ratcliffe. I know there's a lot of weird billionaire out there. I've watched Squid Game, and these guys think weirdly on how to spend the money. Sometimes they want some thrill, sometimes, but to put 1.2 billion down for a failing club, to buy 28% of a failing club, just because you want to play Football Manager. I don't know if that tickles you at night. I don't know what this billionaire get excited about. So that's a weird one for me. My third point was about an interview I was yesterday about the PSG president. He was interviewed by the crew of Paramount Plus, and when you hear that guy speak, the PSG, I don't know his name, but the way he speaks about football, the first person he gave credit to is the coach, the vision of the coach. He share a common vision with his coach. The way they see his football, the project, the sleepless nights, the criticism, the way he spoke about the football in general. This guy live, breathe, eat, and sleep football. When you have a president like that, with that amount, with an open checkbook and that amount of love for the game and commitment, you can only build a successful model. This is not the first stint of PSG at the Champions League. They have always been in and around.
Yeah, they are.
Final here, semi-final here. So it's deserved. It's deserved. And a president like that is what we need at this club. Not a president that come out and start talking about cutting 450 jobs. So
it's facts, Luani, isn't it? It really is. I mean, you're talking about the sheikh who owns Man City, part of Qatar. He's hands-on owner. He takes great pride in the club. He has vested interests within the club. He's not running Paris Saint-Germain to make money. He's running it because he wants to be a winner with the club. There's a big difference when you have a man who owns something who's doing it for pure love than a man who owns something who's doing it because of the name. But hey, I can make money out of this. That's why he's successful and we aren't. That is the difference. That's it.
Look at the paradox, right? He said his coach Enriquez told him Mbappe has to go. Mbappe is gone. We here, and our manager is telling us, I need Bruno. Come on.
It's true, yeah.
On, man. No,
there's a big difference in that.
I will bring in a young coach. I don't care where that coach is from. I don't care if he's from the second division of the German league. I don't care if he's the second division from the Premier League, whatever. Second division, a young coach that will have a proven record to work with young players. And I will entrust him with the talent, the young talent that we have. And I will give him 3 years. 3 years. Give him a mandate 3 years. I feel bad because Graham Potter could have done a better job. But, you know, I don't know. Just bring in a coach that can coach these young players and get them to love football. I know the Old Trafford crowd will support attacking football played with young players. This is the way Sir Alex Ferguson built the class of '98 to start with. We need to go back to that.
But the thing is, Lamani, I mean, you know, on one hand, you can admire Amarin for saying, I'm going to play my 3-4-3. This is what you brought me in to do. Okay, that's fair play. Now, whether you have the players to achieve what you want to do, you know, obviously he doesn't, because the results speak for themselves. So then the next logical step for you as the manager is to take yourself out your comfort zone and go, okay, then I need to try a different system. Not only will it help my players, but actually it will help me as a manager, because you cannot play rigid systems non-stop in whatever league you're in. Like Ben said there, he done it himself. Yesterday or today, sorry.
Today, yeah.
Not at non-league. He's took them players out of the comfort zone, made them play a different system, because this is what we need to do to beat this team. Yeah. And this is why we have over the season, Amarin has been bitch slapped from pillar to post, because every manager and his dog knows this guy's going to set up this way. Doesn't matter what play he plays. He's going to make them play this rigid formation. Just play a diagonal ball and cane him. That's it.
Listen, big up to you. We got this guy called Ahmed joining. I don't think his name is Ahmed, but he says the media run Manchester United and the fans are the bootlickers. The Glazers Ineos are doing their job. They sign players every summer, change managers for you, guy, and you still moan. Love Glazers.
Oh boy.
Wow. Listen, the bootlicker of the stream goes to Ahmad. Let's give him a round of applause. The bootlicker. Listen, there is enough. I think Ineos is about, on the board of the company, there must be about 10. The Glazers are about 7 or 6. So there's enough boots for you to lick. So get licking now. You might finish for one next for life. Good luck.
No, Dean. I won't go all the way there. I will just say that it's a lack of information. I used to think and speak like him, right? But then when I went to dig for the information, I realized it's just not as simple. It's more along the way of what you preach. If you take the analogy of a restaurant and a restaurant that sell food, and you've been going there since you are a kid with your dad, every time you drive past, the parking lot is full, it's jam-packed. People come in there to eat. You do know that. And then on the news, when you go on the nighttime, you watch the evening news and they're telling you the restaurant is in debt. There's something wrong.
Yeah.
There's something wrong. You can't just see, obviously, that money is coming in, but the money, it doesn't translate into the treatment of the employees. The employees are not getting paid, but every time there is the restaurant owner will bring in somebody for live music, you go pay a lot of money for an artist or a clown to come perform for everybody just to just to pull a wool over everybody's head as things is going well. But on the news, you hear the restaurant is in debt, going in debt, the debt is increasing. Come on, how can you saddle yourself with a 600 million debt over 20 years and that debt becomes suddenly $1 billion while you're making record revenue? It doesn't make sense. That's the background, that's the backdrop of the football that we're playing. It was not evident at the beginning because we had a genius manager in Sir Alex Ferguson. But once Sir Alex Ferguson was gone, now we saw the correlation between how the club is running in the background and is translating into the football on the pitch. You can accept that.
You can't. I mean, our downfall is, it's stuff of legends, isn't it? You know what? Seriously, though, guys, I'm sitting here. I'm Reds in the chat. I don't think we're ever going to come back from this, and I'm being genuine. I think the damage that has been done to our club, unless someone like Sheikh Yazim buys us, I don't think we're going to come back from it. I just think, they've destroyed us. They've literally destroyed us. And, I've had a lot over the last, 10 years, I've had, obviously, where I live in Chester, predominantly a lot of it is Liverpool fans and whatnot. And I said, you were only 5 minutes away with that with FSG when they tried to take you into the Super League. I said, one day you'll be in the position we're in. I said, because all these American owners are interested in is making money out of a sport that they haven't put a penny into. That's all they're interested in. And now they've got over 2/3 ownership of the clubs in the Premiership. And what did I tell you, Dino? By 2030, we will be in a Super League because they want franchised football. That's what they want.
Guys, be nice with Ahmed in the chat, man. Be nice with him, okay? Don't hunt him out, okay? We need everybody on board. Just give him the information he needs so he can be converted. He can be reborn again.
How about this?
Probably
Yo, people, you know what? People like the video. Let's not have a go at Ben. Sorry, Ahmed. Ahmed has got to say. Ahmed is doing what he's doing. Ahmed's doing what he's doing.
What?
Ahmed, I hope you're getting paid well. I hope you're getting paid well by Ineos.
It's easy, isn't it? It's easy, because obviously, like you said, Dino, in your past shows, Man United done a lot of damage to people growing up. Yeah, we have to, growing on it's like, we can't wait to pay you back. Okay, we've been paid back, but to gloat in, like Man United's downfall, it's not in the interest of football. It's not. It's just not in the interest. And that, it's easy for me to say, being a Man United fan, but I would say if it was Liverpool that went down the shitter, or Juve, well, they did. They got relegated, didn't they? And, Real Madrid or Barcelona, you don't want giants like this to go down the shitter, because I tell you all this, when one giant falls, that's the precedent for others to go. Yeah. When one goes, others will go. So you don't want that to happen. And in fact, if you really hate Man United, you'd want us to be successful just to laugh at us again when we get beat.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's 100%. The way it is. That's what they've done. What can we do? We can only hope and pray. I've actually sent, I don't know whether he got it, I did actually send an email to Sheikh Yazim. Please buy us, please. I'll pay anything you want for the season ticket. Just buy us, please. Honest, I did. I swear to God. That's what I've done. I'll pay anything you want. Just buy us. Just buy us out.
Save us.
If Sheikh Yazim buys Man United, guys, right, listen. If Sheikh Yazim buys Man United, I will guarantee he will get his money back twofold within a week.
Because it won't even matter if they build a stadium.
We would feel so connected. Be able to pay them off. Could you imagine that? Honestly, that would be the biggest party ever outside Old Trafford. Yeah. It will be like the police could not. We will. I'll make sure we get a sound system outside Old Trafford.
Yeah.
But
There you go.
this is the issue though. The Glazer and Ineos, especially Sir Jim Ratcliffe, was able to play on the Islamophobia current that was going on,
Yeah.
and pull the wool over the head of the fan, and and
Yeah.
literally beat out Sheikh Jassim. He in his own court, he said he's going to put the Manchester back into Manchester or something like that. That's a virtue signaling right there. You
Yeah.
know, he know who he's talking to, and those kind of thing, those kind of mistake is why we do, and we end up with people who are not competent or who are not here to run the club for the right intention, and we end up hounding out people who are always good-willed. And we have been guilty of that in the past. When Sir Alex Ferguson got up and say, "Oh, the Magnia brothers, the Magnia partners, John Magnia is coming after me. He's going to fire me if he acquire the majority share. Get him out of here."
Yeah.
What happened?
Hey,
We
Gordon
fans, we
Magnia,
went,
yeah.
we hounded out John Magnia. And guess what happened? John Maggia said, "You guys don't want me here anymore? Fine, I'll sell my share. Fuck you guys. I'll sell my share to the Glazers." And income the Glazers.
Well, the thing is, Luana, yeah, you look at Table Magnia, yeah, they are a huge part of Coolmore Stud in Ireland, which is the thoroughbred horse racing breeding complex, yeah. Huge complex. There's only the Sheikh Mohammed horse racing complex, Godolphin, that rivals Coolmore Stud, yeah. Now, if they'd have got control of Man United, Table Magnia, we'd have been a totally different story, you know. We'd still be reigning supreme now. We won every league since then, but we would have, because if you look at Ben will tell you, being an Irishman, obviously most Irishmen are, they're born riding horses before they walk. It's an efficient running machine. Efficient, and there's nothing more how can I put it, risky than being in thoroughbreds, because even though you can buy the Derby winner who's won the Epsom Derby for 30 million, there's no guarantee that horse's prodigy are going to be any good. You're just basically paying for the breeding rights. But the law of average is, when you buy top class fillies and colts, you interbreed them, you will get another top class racehorse. That's
somebody's here.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Let's talk into the last 5 minutes. We need to be quiet. Give Lesso the last 5 minutes.
Go on, Lesso.
Big up to you, first of all. The Bruno Saga. Is he going? He's staying. Blah, blah, blah. We're sick of it. Cunha signed. Are you ecstatic that we're going to win the league next season because Cunha is here? We're going to win the Champions League the season after that. We're going to dominate the next 10 years because of Cunha. Are you happy?
We winning the treble, man. What are you guys talking about? Nah, but on a serious note, guys, I mean, you can only laugh about this. It's just painful at the moment, But I think I'm past the point of delusion and pain and all these other things that you can factor in. But all in all, this club is doomed. There's no other way. Like everyone said, if we do not get a new ownership in, we're practically screwed. And I think that's our new reality. Unfortunately, the ownership don't know what they want. We're playing this system that does not. It's not going to work. And apparently it's going to be there even whether Amorim is here or not. So, it's a system where I even saw Inter Milan being thrashed in that final, because it's very easy to organize yourself against. Teams know all they have to do is just overload the midfield and exploit the wide areas, and that's it. Like, it's game set. You render your wing backs useless, because if once you do that, the team is ineffective and can't create chances. It's that simple. So obviously it's a system that you more or less like you apply for certain oppositions. It should not be your base system. It should never.
100%.
And
Yeah.
so I spoke yesterday. I spoke to this a friend of mine. Used to play for Wolfsburg alongside Dzeko during that time, and he stated it perfectly as well. He said that the reason why being we're going to suffer for the next couple of years is because we're choosing a dead system. Secondly, it's just us, the poor planning of the football club and what we want to do. It's not even a money issue at this point. We're wasting money. We've been wasting money. So we're stuck in a loop, unfortunately, and it's a never-ending nightmare. It's like one of those nightmares where you wake up from one and you think you've woken up, you find that it's another bad dream, and then you wake up from that one. I don't know if anyone has ever had that kind of scenario.
Groundhog Day.
You wake up from so
Groundhog
yes, sort of like the Groundhog Day. So Man United is just unfortunately stuck in this loop, and they're not gonna get out of it. And until this ownership is gone, and we tear everything down and we start from scratch, it doesn't look like we're gonna do that. Like we said, they're not gonna go out there and sign 7 to 11 players, anyways.
No.
So what are we doing? Like I don't know. I don't understand.
Facts.
Right, well, there you go. The other big thing that Beckham spoke about the players, but we're calling that bullshit. Well, I'm calling it bullshit. Because why have a go at the players when the owner set the fucking tone of where the football clubs are? We finished the worst, and Beckham calls himself a big fan of Manchester United, and you've got nothing to say the way that we've been run for the past 13 years. You've got nothing to say about that. So for me, it's just waffle for me. If you're a United fan and you're a celebrity, let me finish. You're a celebrity or you're an ex-fucking player. You've got to talk about the fucking owners. But apparently, he's in there with Jim. And obviously, Gary Neville, his best friend. So Gary Neville, they're all in it, aren't they? Brand fucking marketing bullshit. So that's why we're calling him a coward. Have you got anything to say about that?
No, Dean. You're an activist. He's a
let
businessman.
Let Luwani finish. Let Lesso finish, sorry, Luwani.
No problem.
Yeah, so like you said, I mean, even with the ex-players, unfortunately, it is what it is. Some of them don't want to ruin relationships, so we're not gonna go into the politics side of things. But
no, but what? So why comment then? If you're going to talk about the owners who are responsible for the position we finished in the last 50 years, what the fuck are you commenting then? I don't want to fucking hear about you. If you're not going to talk about the real stuff, just shut the fuck up then. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's unfortunately they ask these questions. They always go to them and they want to hear the views. They do this to antagonize people. To be honest, journalists do this all the time because they know these guys are not going to say what they want them to say, and then it ends up being a thing where now the focus is shifted, and now it goes down to Beckham and people being angry with Beckham instead of the institution in itself. Manchester United, unfortunately, as an entire institution, is dead. And there's no way you're fixing this because we're rotten way inside. Like it's way worse than we actually thought initially. It's bad. There's no coming back from this. This is a mold. Like when bread has malt on it, you can't eat it anymore. Literally, so you have to throw it away, and that's what we need to do with this football club. Everything needs to be thrown away. And we need to start off from scratch. Like there is no cheat in this. There's no cutting corners. There's nothing like that. So we have to do what is necessary. And with Jassim apparently being back and may possibly be back in terms of the interest pay. You can only hope. You can only hope going forward because the way these guys are running the club down, eventually they may want to run. Finances are running out anyways at the club right now. So that's what you can hope for. But other than that, unfortunately, we're still stuck with it.
There is one way to fix this. Relegation, compadre. Relegation.
Facts.
Yo, Jamie Wayne, you doubting me, yeah? You doubting me. David Beckham. Beckham has publicly praised Radcliffe, stating that he sees him as a fan a capable businessman who cares about the club. He believes Ratcliffe is bringing fresh perspectives and implementing needed changes. You see that? Beckham has expressed his approval of close selling academy players. But look, who's selling the fucking academy players, mate? It's Ratcliffe. He says, David Beckham has expressed his belief that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is bringing needed change to Manchester United. And it's a fan of the owner's approach. So, yeah, Beckham is with fucking Jim. Breaking news to you, lad. Breaking fucking news.
Yes.
Yeah,
the thing is, Dino, with Ratcliffe saying, oh, you know, we haven't got the money to splash around. We've got to get, you know, lay staff off and, you know, we've got to get FFP right, this and that. Like, well, if you read between the lines, he's bought into the club. He's been given sole control of running the football side, i.e. means the Glazers are not going to put a penny in to fund anything. He's inherited a shit show, players on bloated contracts, and he's all of a sudden it's dawned to him that I've got no money. That means I'm going to have to spend more money than what I've already put in just to put this club right, and I only own a quarter of it. That's his position now. I think he's realised that he's bought a bad egg. Yeah, when you realise,
because he's destroyed a fuck. You know what he did? He took the bad egg and smashed it on his fucking face. He can fuck off the fucking rat going into bed with fucking Glazers. Never, it was to be never should have happened. But yeah, big up to everybody. Where we go, man. Fucking message for Ben here from his boy. He says give him a call. But yeah, love.
Well do, bro. Well do. Here we go.
Listen, free Palestine.
Always, bro. Always.
In the West Stands with Palestine. Yeah,
always.
People, obviously, we've not reached a lot of you want to be part of the Bruno gang and Glaze the sheep and Ineos sheep. So we've not reached our target. Obviously, we've not reached our target.
A good Scottish name, that, Paddy.
We're 31 likes away from our target. So people, so please like the video. Those of you who watched it later, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. So yeah, all our legends are on the payroll. All of them, they're all on the fucking payroll.
30 pieces of silver, Dino, innit?
Yeah.
30 pieces of silver, the little bastards, aren't they? That's all they are. That's all they are, like, in it for themselves. We love Man U. We love this year's. Yeah, of course you do.
Always, bro.
Yeah,
don't forget Beckham and all them. We're the fucking ones that made you.
Of course we did. Of course we did. But listen, everybody, big up to every one of you. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And smash that like. Free Palestine, fuck Zionism. Free Palestine, Congo, Sudan, Lebanon, Syria. Free everywhere, man, where people are oppressed, whether it's like locally.
Free the UK from Keir Starmer.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's a piece of shit Zionist, helping the fucking genocide in fucking Palestine. Fuck David fucking Lamin as well. Fuck them all, man. Free the people, free everybody, free the Manchester 10, free you, free me. We see each other as humanity, people. Love and light to all of you. Love is the only fucking answer. And free Manchester United fans from Glazer.
And more importantly, Dino, free Fosters.
No, we're not with the Fosters. Fuck Fosters. Big up to Eric Cantona. Cantona is the only real one, isn't it?
He is.
Yeah.
He is the number one. That's why we call him the king.
The king
because Cantona, that's what he is. The king of Man U. Yeah,
so we'll be live tomorrow before maybe in the afternoon, but we'll let you know around 1 o'clock maybe. Love and like to everybody. Please smash a like, subscribe to the channel, like I said. And shame on you, bootlickers, for not liking the video. Listen, this Bruno Saga is your boy. He's taking a piss out of Manchester United. And it's so embarrassing on the YouTube channel of Manchester United. They're begging Bruno to stay. Exclusive from Ben. Exclusive from fucking Ben.
Yep, I'll message you, bro. I'll message you about it. Show you.
Yeah. Free Palestine. Fuck the GCSEs. No exam results will ever
be just imagine a glyph on the Man U channel and I'll see Jim like that, Bruno.
Yeah, exactly.
Bruno.
Fuck off.
Oh, Bruno.
Expose anything. If Bruno had anything about him, he'll fuck off for 700 grand. Fuck that.
There it is.
See you
There. I
later,
think
people.
what is there. Oh my
Good night.
God.
Peace. Take care.